Hey everyone, in today's video, I'm going to be discussing with you follow-up using AI. AI voice, AI texting, what's the technology, how does it work, and what's the best use case for agencies right this second. For those who don't know me, my name is Arin Darcan, and I've been running a 7-figure white label call center, working with some massive 8-figure brands, running their call centers for them, doing all the lead follow-up, and I've now pivoted to actually teaching agency owners, just like yourself, how to build out their own internal calling team, or whether you've already got a call center, I can show you how to level up your call center to get way better results for your clients, more appointments, more shows. And that's what I make this content for, agency owners that are running a call center, trying to get better results for your clients. So let's jump straight in. AI texting. If you're an agency owner generating leads for your clients, you've probably looked into AI texting. You're probably using it right now. Whether you're using the Go High Level native bot or whether you're using a third party like Closebot, you've probably heard of it, been playing around with it. A lot of people on my coaching calls are asking things like, hey, I've got an AI bot that's doing the texting. Do I really need to be making phone calls? The first thing is, yes, you have to be making phone calls. AI texting is good, but it does not replace phone calls. Phone calls are like 10 times more powerful than texting. A lot of people, when they're running campaigns to their clients, they have a bot that texts them as soon as the lead's generated. And they're like, my speed to lead time's instant. It's like, no, that doesn't count. Like you texting, having a bot text a lead is not speed to lead. Doesn't even count. Don't count that speed to lead. Speed to lead is how fast can you actually dial the lead? How fast can you actually phone that lead up, double dialing them, and try and put them in for an appointment? Texting isn't even included in that. Don't count texting as speed to lead, even if it's an AI bot. And honestly, the AI texting should be a supplement to your human callers. So you shouldn't be a case of like not having any humans on your team doing any of the follow-up and just relying on that AI to do things. It's just not there yet. Even like the texting, the voice, all that stuff is just not there yet, right? And so the best way to use the texting is to have it where when someone texts in, the AI can obviously read the FAQs and go through all the documentation of whatever you give it, reply to questions, and converse with the lead. That way then your human team doesn't have to spend so much time on replying to leads. They can spend more time on actually calling the leads and trying to book appointments. With our clients, we even go as far as not letting the bot book the lead in themselves. The bots have got really good now. They've gotten really good to connect to Go High Level and other calendars, and they most of the time can book in appointments, but we still like to have it where the bot will qualify the lead first, and once the lead's qualified, it'll then hand over to the setter. The setter will then go in and actually book the appointment. So the bot is the one that's qualifying them. It's even asking the times, days and times they can do, but then we have the setter that goes in and manually checks to make sure everything's right, because the AI bot isn't perfect. Sometimes it makes mistakes, and what you don't want to do is lose a good quality lead because the AI's booked them in the wrong time, or it just doesn't book them in at all, or there's some kind of mistake. So having that AI to go through, qualify them, find the times that work best for them, and then have a setter that actually books them in for appointment, we find that's the winning combination. And that's where the AI bot itself is really important. So for example, if you're using something like the Go High Level native bot, the problem with that, and the problem with a lot of these bot softwares, is that they rely on one prompt the whole way through. Okay, so what happens is you send the prompt with the message from the lead to the bot to say, hey, respond to this. So every single time the prompt is being sent with the message for the bot to reply to, right? Over time, then tokens really add up. If you're sending a 500 character, 1,000 character prompt, every single time you want the bot to reply back and forth, the tokens just get rinsed. You end up spending way more money than you need to. It's also not very accurate because every single time the bot is assuming it's like a brand new message. So you're having to tell it in the prompt, oh, by the way, you're probably replying to this question now. If they reply to this question, do this. If they reply to that one. And it's like this whole thing is really messy because it's essentially fresh every time. And that's why I like to use something called Closebot. Closebot actually does something very different. What Closebot does, it allows you to define objectives throughout the conversation. So for example, let's say you've got 3 different qualifiers. You want to ask the lead's age, you want to ask if the lead lives in a certain area, and you also want to ask if the lead's got a job. What you can do is rather than having to send one big prompt, which is asking them 3 qualifiers every single time the bot's going back and forth with the lead, you can define the objective and say, right, at the first stage of the conversation, I only want to use a small prompt. This small prompt is basically just saying, hey, this is the situation. I want you to just get the lead's age. Once you've got the lead's age, I then want you to basically pass it over to the next objective. So then all the bot's got to do at that moment is focus on the lead's age. All they've got to do, and they just keep going back and forward, and you can set different requirements and different thresholds on has that actually been achieved or not. Once the bot determines it's been achieved, it can add tags, it can do whatever whatever you want it to do, and then it will go and move on to the next objective. For the next objective, you don't have to include this prompt about the age anymore because it's already covered that. So for this next objective, it might be asking, do they have a job? It might be asking, like I said, which state do they live in, right? Then from there, it will just focus on that objective. So the prompt is much smaller, a lot more efficient with tokens, and it's more accurate because rather than having to have one big prompt every time, you can chunk it down into what you actually need at that moment in the conversation. Once Closebot has decided that it's met all the objectives, you can then pass it over to the actual appointment setter, who will then take it from there and book the appointment in. Again, Closebot can book the appointment, but I always like to have that little bit of manual at the end just to make sure everything's perfectly lined up and it's all being worked. And by the way, with that AI texting, it's better than my humans. Like, my human setters are not as good as my AI bot, right? The AI bot is genuinely like, it writes better than I could. Like, even if I sat there for like a few minutes thinking of a really good response, it's wittier than me, it's smarter than me. Like, it's just way better than even if I tried to do it, right? So for the AI texting, I'd really recommend get involved in it. Like I said, we're using Closebot. I love Closebot. I'll put a little plug down below for them. So if you want to click on that link, feel free to use them. Pretty much every single bot software has an affiliate out there somewhere, but I genuinely love Closebot, and that's why that's the only one that I'm going to recommend for now. Cool. Now, the next bit is the AI voice. This is the one that people are really, they're kind of getting into it and they think it's like this magical solution, and then they dive into it and they realize it's not so magical, right? So the first thing I want to say is every single AI voice advertisement out there that I see on my Facebook, my Instagram, all that stuff, like, it all looks amazing on the ads, right? And the thing that really pisses me off is that they edit them. In all of their ads, they don't actually have any of like the raw recordings that you can listen to, right? Like, it's always like some edited thing. So when you hear it on the ad, it genuinely looks like it's super responsive, it's super quick, like it sounds like it's like, oh my god, this is insane. But then if you actually really look at the camera when the guy's doing it, you'll see there's a slight edit in between each of the responses from the bot where they're shortening that time to make it look better than it actually is, right? That just annoys me because it really leads people down this path of like buying this AI voice, they plug it into their agency, and it just doesn't perform the way I think it does. The expectations don't meet the reality, and that just, it just destroys it. It's just horrible, right? And my opinion of the AI voice right now, it isn't there yet. It will be there very soon, right? But right now, if I was to phone up a brand new lead, a warm lead that your client's paid for, right? They can get them a deal in. Could be, I don't know, however many hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars that could be worth to your client. Do I want an AI bot to phone them where the lead might be able to tell it's AI, right? Or the AI bot just might make a mistake, right? Book them in the wrong time, or just say the wrong things, or just go completely blank, or whatever it is, right? Do I want to risk that with a brand new lead that's hot, that's literally just submit their information in? No, I want one of my human team to phone them up and make sure they're covered, booked in, and actually build that rapport with people. Once the AI bots become indistinguishable to humans, then 100%, obviously we're going to use them. Like, that is, like, I'm excited for that. That'll be so much easier for me. Like, I'm just going to roll that out. That'll be insane, right? But while there's still this very big difference between a real human and the AI, you're taking a massive risk with that lead. So am I saying that AI voice cannot be used right now at all? No, I'm not saying that. How we're using AI voice for our call center and for what we're recommending for our call center mastery members is for them to use it, but with database reactivation only. So if you've got a new client that you've brought on that has a list of maybe 1,000 old leads, right? They're already pretty much dead. You're not really risking anything by phoning them because they're not going to come through anyway, right? They're aged leads. You might want to do a database reactivation via texting or something like that. That's fine, but you're not really going to get that much out of them while they're just sitting there as they are. So if you can build an AI voice bot that can phone all of these leads and see if you can squeeze a few appointments out of there, then there's no real risk. I think that's a great idea. And that's actually something that me and my team have been building out. We've built out an AI voice bot for database reactivation. You can upload a list of your aged Go High Level leads, connect your Go High Level calendar, and then our AI voice bot will phone them all, and any it can get hold of and book them in, it'll book them into the calendar you've connected. That way then, when you've got a brand new client, they sign up, you can literally take their old leads and start getting appointments that day. While you're waiting to go through the initial onboarding to actually launch their ads, you can have this AI bot phoning their old leads, and then bam, appointments are coming in through straight away. And that's one of the most important things with client relationships is time to value. How quickly can I get value after paying you money, right? And that is obviously just the golden nugget. If you can get people booked in for appointments from their old leads within like a few hours of them signing up, it's insane, right? So I'm talking to you about how always advertisers are editing their clips and whatever else. Well, I've actually got a raw clip, like a clip that I have not edited whatsoever, generated by our AI voice bot with one of our clients in Call Center Mastery. I want to give you a really quick listen to this. Again, it's completely raw. I haven't touched this or edited this in any way, and you'll be able to hear that, right? Let's go through it now quickly.
Hi, this is Lexa from Siegler's Karate Center. I'm giving you a call because you were interested in our martial arts lessons a while ago. Are you still interested in trying it out?
Oh, yes, I remember I requested information like 2 months ago, but I had something that came up and I wasn't able to actually try it out. But I think now I will be able to do it. So, yeah, I'm still interested actually.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Just to get some more details, are the martial arts classes for you or for someone else?
Yeah, it will be for myself.
Wonderful, that's great to hear. And could you please tell me your age?
Yeah, I'm 24 years old.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for providing that information. Now let me check our instructor's availability to schedule a call back for you to discuss the program details and get you set up for your first free trial lesson. Looking at the schedule, it looks like our instructors have availability tomorrow either at 10 a.m. or 4:30 p.m. Would either of those times work well for you?
Tomorrow at 10 works.
Excellent. I've got you scheduled for a call back tomorrow at 10 a.m. One of our experienced instructors will be in touch then to go over the program details and get you signed up for your first free lesson. Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
No, I think that was it. Thank you so much.
There you go, right? So you can definitely hear it's AI, right? You can hear like the way it's at the end, the way it's talking. It's like not really taking any breaths. Obviously, as we build this and as it gets better, we can build out the prompts better. We can make it sound a little bit more human. You'll notice that there are small gaps, right? There's a couple of seconds sometimes in between the lead speaking and the bot speaking. Again, I haven't edited any of this whatsoever, so you can hear it raw, right? So hopefully you can see by listening to something like that with the AI voice, it's for a new lead, you run that risk of them being like, hello, what? And it's like, are you there? And it kind of screws the whole thing up. That's why I wouldn't recommend it. But for database reactivation, I think this could be a really good tool to get some extra appointments when you need them. It can really benefit your clients. Right now, we haven't rolled this out to members that aren't in CCM yet. The reason why is because we are still testing it. We are still playing around with it. And I want to make sure that people that are using it, I have this active communication with. However, I will be launching it very soon for members that aren't in CCM. So if you want to get hold of this database reactivation tool as soon as possible, I'll put a link down below to Call Center Mastery. You can see if it's something you're interested in. If you're happy to wait, it's not an issue. This will be released at some point soon. If you've got any questions about this AI stuff, feel free to click the link below or join my free school community and post in there, and I'll be happy to reply to you personally and make sure I answer all your questions. So anyway, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Cheers.